Coming up on Mountain News this morning, Kentucky politicians use the weekend to campaign for their causes they believe in ahead of Election Day. And auto experts attempt to ease concerns about a possible diesel shortage here in the U.S. so nobody panics.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Well, good morning to you. It's Monday. I'm Dakota Maker. It's almost 5 o'clock here. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And let's head over to meteorologist Cameron Aaron for a look at our forecast. And Cameron, really this morning, yesterday late, I didn't know you were working until late last night.
I didn't either.
Well, good morning to you.
Good morning to you, Dakota. It's definitely a Monday out there.
It
so
is, yeah.
Be sure to grab the umbrella. That's the big story this morning because we are tracking some showers as you step out the door, mainly along and south of the Hal Rogers Parkway over our southern counties. Let's go over to Buffalo Mountain this morning. You can see a few raindrops on the camera lens there. Current temperature 63 degrees over in Perry County this morning. 60 for Manchester, 63 for Somerset, 65 in Pikeville, and 61 in Harlan. So temperatures are mild and muggy as we start our Monday. And up on satellite and radar, a few showers mainly south of the Hal Rogers Parkway. Places like Middlesboro, Harlan, over towards Norton, also getting in on some of those showers this morning. And as you step out the door, you may need the umbrella. Our northern counties look to be in pretty good shape, but our southern counties a little bit of a different story. Temperatures once again warming up into the 70s later on today, but a busy week of weather is on tap. Some showers today and a major cool down this weekend. All those details in just a little bit. Dakota?
All right, Cameron, thank you. Well, people in Pikeville gathered at the Appalachian Wireless Arena during the weekend for breakfast with the special guest. The Democratic Women's Club of Kentucky hosted the Carl D. Perkins Memorial Breakfast, where local and state candidates, as well as a special guest U.S. Senate candidate Charles Booker, addressed the crowd prior to Election Day. Booker says this event was important to show that he is with Eastern Kentucky every step of the way.
Today was really a moment to just rally the troops and remember that we're standing together as family, not just Democrats, Republicans, Independents, but as Kentuckians. And so I wanted to come back in town to say that I'm with you every step of the way. And I know we need a U.S. Senator who cares about our lives, and democracy is at stake. Our human rights are at stake. And so we have to vote, and we have to stand together now.
Well, other candidates also stressed the importance of voting this upcoming Tuesday or via your county's early voting opportunities to ensure your voice is heard. Incumbent Senator Rand Paul also has been making the rounds ahead of November 8th. Police funding, abortion, and bringing down inflation are just some of the key issues he and Booker are deeply divided on.
$4 trillion comes in, we should spend $4 trillion. The state government spends what comes in. Your city government, your county government spends what comes in. The only government that doesn't is the federal government.
Well, Senator Paul does not support the Inflation Reduction Act already passed by Congress, an act that pays on deficits while simultaneously paying out on climate change programs, but Booker says he would get behind it. Reports have recently surfaced about a diesel shortage here in the U.S., but experts say it's not something people need to panic over. Lori Weaver Hawkins with AAA Bluegrass says the country currently has about a 25-day supply of diesel, but that metric has been misrepresented by some. She says that would only be the case if diesel stopped being produced, but reports have prompted some panic among consumers, leading them to buy in large quantities.
We're not running out in 25 days, but please don't panic buy because that does upset the recovery as far as supply demand goes.
While drivers running on diesel are feeling the pain at the pump as a result of the shortage, she points out that diesel price is especially important because it comes at a greater cost to the population than just the fill-up, since many retailers rely on trucks powered with diesel. It is Diabetes Awareness Month, and the Floyd County Diabetes Coalition recently hosted a Walk Your Way event to support the awareness initiative. Locals participated in a walk around Archer Park in Prestonsburg and learned how to defend against diabetes. Those with the coalition say it is their mission to bring awareness to the community.
Just to show our community that we care. We want to help you to figure out how you can manage your diabetes best.
Coalition members also say it is their goal to decrease diabetes rates in the state each year. Well, this Thanksgiving, hundreds of Kentuckians won't have to wonder if they will have a Thanksgiving meal or not, thanks to God's Pantry Food Bank. Dozens of volunteers gathered at the Southeast Regional Distribution Center in London to assemble Thanksgiving meal boxes. Each box includes all of the dry ingredients needed to prepare a Thanksgiving meal. Each of the boxes feeds a family of 8.
Everything ties in together to give somebody hope and joy and comfort, knowing that, hey, you've not been forgotten. You know, nobody wants to be forgotten. Nobody wants to be, you know, left alone. But for us to give them a box, to give them a place to stay, or to reach out to them, it really makes people feel like, hey, you matter. And they do. They do. They matter to us.
Well, during the Sharing Thanksgiving Basket Brigade event, volunteers were able to assemble 1,000 Thanksgiving boxes. Those will be distributed to families in Laurel, Clay, and Jackson counties later this month. Well, thank you so much for getting your Monday morning started with the Sierra Mountain News this morning. When we come back, a devastating and historic drought in Africa takes its toll on the wild animals who call its country's home while impacting its people as well.
And mild weather continues into your work week. That full first alert forecast coming up.